Dear learners, let me start with a very warm welcome to Module 3, Maintaining Transparency in AI-Driven Creative Processes. You've already explored AI risk classification in creative projects and how to stay compliant with regulations. Now, we're moving into something just as important, transparency. In this Module 3, we'll talk about why being clear and open about how you use AI in your creative work is not just ethical, but also practical. It builds trust, strengthens professional relationships, and highlights your role, not just as a creator, but as a thoughtful, responsible innovator. Let's start with the big question. Why does transparency in AI use matter? Well, think of it this way. You wouldn't hide the fact that you use a camera or Photoshop, right? The same should apply to AI. Being transparent shows that you're confident in your craft and that you're using AI as a tool, not a replacement, for your creativity. When you communicate clearly about what AI is doing in your workflow, you give clients and collaborators a reason to trust you. You're not just showing them the final result, you're sharing the process, the thinking, and the choices behind it. Now let's clarify something. AI can look creative, but it doesn't create like humans do. It doesn't feel, imagine, or understand meaning. It just recognizes patterns and mimics them based on what it's been trained on. So when we talk about AI-generated content, what we really mean is that you, the human, guided the tool. You chose the inputs, refined the outputs, and made the creative decisions. By communicating this openly, you do 3 important things. First, you help remove the stigma around using AI. Second, you reinforce your own creative value. And third, you practice ethical openness, which builds trust with your audience. Data from platforms like Shutterstock shows that more creators and clients are using AI in their work, and they're becoming more open about it. As AI tools become normalized, transparency becomes a competitive advantage. People want to know what part of a project was AI-assisted and what was handmade. That's not a threat. It's an opportunity to show how skilled you are at directing the creative process. In Module 2, we introduced the EU Artificial Intelligence Act. Under this regulation, you're expected to disclose AI-generated content, especially when it involves deepfakes or realistic manipulations. But for creative or fictional works, like films, digital art, or performances, you have more flexibility. The key is to communicate clearly, without disrupting the artistic experience. Think of it as giving credit where it's due, in a way that fits the context. So how do you actually talk about AI in your projects? If you're briefing a client, prepare a clear inventory of the AI tools you'll use and explain how they fit into the creative workflow. For example, Midjourney for mood boards, ChatGPT for drafting, or Runway for visual effects. If you're pitching to a funder, highlight the benefits, like faster production, creative exploration, or accessibility, while also addressing ethical concerns. Don't forget to break down costs, including AI subscriptions, rendering time, and consultant fees. And when you're collaborating with a team, set shared language early. Make sure everyone understands the role of each AI tool, and clearly define who is doing what, from prompt design to editing to ethical review. Lastly, be clear and consistent about crediting AI contributions, whether it's a gallery wall label, a film credit, or a note in a design handover. Say what tool you used and how you used it. For example, image generated with Midjourney v5, refined by the artist, or script co-developed using ChatGPT. Being upfront in this way doesn't just check a legal box, it enhances your professional credibility. To wrap up, transparency in AI-driven creative work isn't about giving AI the spotlight. It's about showing your skill, your choices, and your leadership. When you're clear about how AI fits into your process, you elevate your work, build stronger relationships, and become a more ethical and effective creative entrepreneur. Ready to test what you've learned? Take the quiz at the end of this module to check your progress. And remember, you're not alone. Reach out to our support team if you need clarification. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay creative, and stay responsible with AI.